Hi and welcome to Blender Meter for another exciting tutorial. In this tutorial we are going to create a basic text effect, working with text and creating some very simple effect, but rather it's going to be the outcome is going to be very effective and everybody is going to like it. Okay, the workflow is rather very simple. Okay, uh, adding a simple texture and just compositing the text with some useful and interesting nodes, and making the text look that much attractive and appealing. This could be used in title animations, logo effects, and a lot of things could be on an image basis, or you could create objects directly inside of Blender. Well, that's entirely up to you. I hope you understand this technique and use it wherever possible and get out some fantastic results. Okay, let's start. The default scene I have, delete the cube, shift A, and I'm going to create a text. Okay. Now as you create a text, be aware that scaling it like normally which we do with the other objects is not going to help us very much. Okay, so rather using that option. Okay, so here inside the text tab, okay, you have the object data of the text here. Okay, before doing that, okay, press tab and go into the edit mode, and I'm just going to type out something. Blender meter. Yeah, that looks good, neat. So let's go into the object data, and down under here inside the font properties, okay, you could see an option called size. Okay, so just scale this up to whatever size you want. Maybe I'll scale this up to 2. Okay, and we also need to rotate this so that it faces the front view. So I'm going to rotate it in X 90 degrees, and so R X 90. Okay, going into the front view of the graphic, just pull it up so that it lines along the grid. Nothing fancy, you can keep it anywhere you want. Okay, and also check on the camera and see that it covers the text from the front. Okay, so selecting the camera, okay, press 1 and it moves to the front view. Now pressing Ctrl Alt and 0 on the number pad would bring the camera to the front view so that it looks into the scene from the front view. Okay, now just grab the move tool and just make some adjustments. Okay, shift F would get us into the fly mode, where you can actually fly through with the camera. Okay, and now, oh my god, it's gone down. Okay, now just grab it. Okay, and going into the camera's data options, you have the focal length here, which could be set it to 32. Okay, just use simple render. Okay, there's no texture on the text, and we have not done anything with the text, so it just looks rather simple. Okay, I'm just going to the top view. Okay, we see that the light is behind the text, so just bring it here again. Okay, going into the camera view, just so bring it here, just lies in the center, just behind the two words. Fine, I think we have a nice output now. Okay, let's go ahead and work on the text. Okay, to change the font style, okay, go into the text object data tab. Okay, and just above the size, you have all these options for bold, italic text. Well, it's up to you to create whatever font style you want. I am going to basically change this to the, okay, just clicking on the open button inside that. Let me show it. Okay, this button here is going to open the directory where all our fonts are being stored, and if you're working on a Windows based OS, okay, you know it's under C, under Windows you have a separate folder for fonts, and where is that? Yeah, and inside that, you know, you have all these different font styles, and it's up to you to select a nice font. Let me select a nice font. How do I select? Where is it? Where is it? I found this font to be very nice, and this font is very nice and bold, you know. Okay, let me check this Calibri. Okay, and okay, fine, it's nice, just okay, nice and stylish. Let's stick to this for the moment. Okay, and you see that it's very plain and very flat. Okay, so up in the geometry tab here inside the object data, okay, you have an option called extrude. Okay, you need to extrude it a little bit. Okay, and just have a little bit of extrusion. 0.05 would do, and even the preview, you know, surface resolution in U direction, you can just bring it down. Okay, we're not very much bothered about the topology of the text, because we are more bothered about the compositing part of the text. Okay, you just need to give a basic material and a basic shading, you know, and just move on to the compositing mode and start doing things over there. Okay, now all done here. I need to change this from a text type to a mesh. I have to convert this text into a mesh so that I can proceed along with the texturing and other adding materials and texturing and, you know, all the other parts. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, hopefully some of you might be knowing this. Select the text, and in the object menu, okay, go to the first option from the top. Okay, convert to, and here you have two options. Okay, now we are going to convert this from a text to a mesh. Okay, so it says mesh from curve meta surf text. Okay, shortcut is Alt C. So just click on this, and now it becomes a normal. I can just go into tab, and you see all those mesh all jumbled up, and we need not worry about this now, because we are not into very advanced texturing for this. You don't even have to unwrap the UV for this. Okay, we are applying a basic texture. Right, I go to the materials now and add a new material. Rename this text. Okay, okay, yes, maybe increase specular highlights, bring down the hardness to maybe 15, no? So the specular is scattered all over the text. Okay, just take a sample render. You can see there's some highlights here. Maybe go to the world settings and change the background color to black. Okay, you could immediately see there's a lot of highlights here, specular highlights here. The text is looking brighter here. Okay, you can even go to the camera view and position this wherever you want, maybe on top of this. It's entirely up to you. This part looks more brighter, so I think it's better to place it in the center, so that it gives a centralized kind of a specular highlight to the text. Okay, so again, going back into the material tabs of the text, so I have a nice just take it to 0.8. Okay, diffuse and specular. Okay, fine. That's it. To the now opening the textures tab, add a new texture. Now what type of texture are we going to use? I would like to use this wood texture. Okay, which is going to give us some nice effect to the text. Okay, so wood texture would normally look like this. Okay, just okay. We don't need this color right down here to be used by these texture. So open the colors tab, click on the ramp, and we get a ramp here. We need to just bump up the alpha so that there is no alpha here, and clicking on this arrow mark just right here. Okay, just jumps or selects the next text here. Okay, Okay, basically if you would like to give a color to the text, you can just go on, okay, maybe okay, and then gives a nice shade to this text. You get a green and a black mixed, okay, but it's all entirely up to you. You can even change this black to some other color and get a mixture of colors, but I'm basically going to just stick to the default white colors. Okay, what I'm more interested in here is the, just close this colors tab. We have more space here. Okay, I'm more interested in the attributes of the texture that I'm using, which is wood. So here you see we have different kinds of textures, and stick to the sign, and you get these rings. Maybe here just have this both. You see you have all this different types. You can just go and check it out. Now you just see that there's kind of a metallic effect now, which is being given to the text actually. Okay, you get different kinds of shades, and it has a nice little bit of metallic. It looks like a metal text. Now this is what we are actually looking for, so that we go into the compositing mode later. We could give a lot of effects to this being a metallic text. You could add a lot of effects and make it look more organic and realistic. So just feel free to have. Okay, and one more thing which I'd like to do is come here to the mapping sections, and well, we have not unwrapped anything for this text, so we don't have a UV for this, but still, changing values, types here could give us different kind of outputs. Okay, suppose I want this global. What this global coordinate does is it just distributes the texture right from the bottom to the top of that particular object. So just rendering this would now give us a different kind of a texture. Maybe stick on to rings. Okay, now you see that from the bottom, this texture is getting spread out on the text in a different way. We could go to object, and you could get a different kind of. So just play around with these options. You can as well stick to just gives us a basic metallic effect we already have. Maybe use Windows also takes us. It's just entirely up to you. But now for this tutorial sake, I'm going to just stick it to global, so that it gets distributed from the bottom to the top. Okay. Now changing here to different values, we're going to get us different styles. This is going to matter very much when we go into the compositing mode. Okay, and one more thing which I'd like to change is these bases here, which is Blender original. This again, changing this is also going to enhance the output of the text. Something which I like very much is this, or no, F to F1. Okay, which is a nice smooth thing which we have. Okay, and ring noise. Okay, this has a lot of variants. I think maybe stick to this. You have a lot of variants here, like paint being splashed over the text. You have all those kind of effects. Okay, no color, no worry, compositing will help me. Okay, Voronoi crackle will also give us a good output. Okay, so you see, get some nice effects. Okay, fine, just a minute. Oops, sorry, just my little hiccup. Okay, let's continue. Okay, no time is precious, no time to waste. Okay, you just play around with the settings, and until you find a nice something which suits your text, and basically anything would do. Okay, I'll just stick to the simple rings. You have a basic shading, and you have this and the basis would be this one. Okay, and nothing else to. Maybe you can just. And one more thing in this influence, maybe it's already influencing the color, and we just have a black to white gradient being applied on this. And one more thing which you can do is check on this normal, okay, which is going to give a little bit of bump, okay, and you get a more, you see, you get a more, just scaling this up, maybe is going to give over, but 5 is too much. I just stick on to 1, really light shade, and really now, you know, it's starting to look better and better. Have more this metallic kind of a text coming up on your screen. That's all. Just come out of the render, just save the saving files, very important. Okay, Glossy Text is the file name. Fine, good job done, neatly done. Let's continue. Okay, jump up into the compositing mode and start adding effects. So go up here, change it to the compositing, get the compositing UI. Okay, use nodes, backdrop. Okay, backdrop doesn't come since we have not rendered it. Just give a basic render, and okay, add a viewer node. I think a few of you might be knowing about compositing. Some a few may be new to this. Okay, I'm just going to brush you through this tutorial, you know, adding nodes and things like that. Just coming up with more tutorials explaining compositing nodes in a much better way. Okay, just wait for them. Once it is available, you can just go through it and enjoy, update yourself. Okay. Coming back to this. Okay, now first thing I'm going to do is go to the color mode and add a RGB curve. Now this is going to add some color to the text basically. Okay, now this RGB curve is just, you see a curve which just travels along the shadows into the midtones and into the highlights. Okay, and you have 4 options here. You can work on the composite, which is a mixture of all the 3 colors, RGB colors, or individually you can go and work on the individual colors. For example, if I go to this blue color and just bump up this, click here and drag this curve, you start seeing some blue color on this. Okay, just come down, it get another color. This is basically reducing the removing the blue color from the image, and bringing down, maybe it's more of shadows, so you get a dull color. Okay, maybe put it here and it becomes more brighter, get more of a blue, so there are more of highlights and things like that. Okay, you can just work on this. Now I can maybe get some, I don't want to use this. Okay, now let's come back to this later and tweak it if you want. Okay, now basically I've added a color to this. Now I'm going to add a different kind of a node here, okay, which is under the filter, and it says it's called dilate erode. Okay, this is basically, it adds some highlights and it makes the object or whatever text or whatever you're working on, it just bumps it up and makes it look more brighter. Okay, now if I just had it now here, okay, there's nothing here. Okay, you have something called distance, just bump up the distance and you see it gets more brighter. Okay, the brighter color gets more brighter, kind of dodging kind of thing. You can take it up like that. Okay, now I'll just stick to this 4 value and then bump it up later if I need to. Okay, so you have this colors. Now next, my favorite is the glare. I just click and drag and okay, what do I do? Already you start seeing something. Okay, just the V key zooms in, zooms out. Okay, Alt V will zoom in. Okay, I'll move this, I'll move them, come back to them later, just move this. Okay, now need to just work on this glare node. threshold. I don't need the threshold. Just removing the threshold brings up some nice effects, you know. Iterations a little bit higher, or yeah, make it at 4. Okay, and fading would remove a lot of glare. Too much of fading, you know. You need to play around. Now I would like to just go just to simple star, and immediately you get a nice star effect. Okay, iterations, you see, you get this kind of a glossy effect immediately. Okay, just stick this to low, and there's more high would reduce the glaring drastically. It again depends on your thing. Okay, fading would remove it. Okay, just play around. Maybe streaks, that's too much. Okay, maybe I think I should stick to simple stars, and you know, just get a nice, a little bit of threshold would. Okay, and put it low. Okay, you have a nice effect here coming up, and that's all you have. Just play around, tweak around these settings, and you know, maybe remove this, go to the red channel and get the color. Nice, bump it down, make it more lighter. How do you feel that? Nice. It's essentially to you, sir. You need to just bump it up. My goodness, how good that looks. Maybe you can go into this dilate node and zoom it and show it to you. Bump it up and make it more, you know. Hopefully you can see all those things here. Okay, just put this into the compositing, and you get it here inside of your render window. Well, it's all up to you, changing colors. Okay, you get all those things. Okay, click on this, delete it, go to the green, add some green if you want, just change it. Now you can maybe just save it. Now you can maybe again go into the textures and, you know, work on the textures. You know, go to the textures tab, change something, try something different. You know, maybe it looks more different. It's all up to you. More glittering, you know, you have more things breaking into it. It's all again up to you. Whatever you want, you can just stick to it, and you know, crackle, bump up, you get different kinds of result. Okay, just that's all to it. Thanks for watching. See you later.